Oh man. Wow. You know, I had to restart this live because YouTube is taking it upon itself to mess with my connection. All right, hold on. All right. So I was talking about this YouTube cat. Um, this YouTube cat that goes by the name of KTU101, and he says he's a veteran of the U.S. Army. He was in logistics. So, and in the beginning of his video, I felt like he might be kind of respectful and have some and address Hassan Campbell in a respectful manner, whether he agrees with the things that he does or not. You know what I'm saying? I thought, hey, this guy's coming off real cool. You know what I'm saying? But then he's talking about how he appreciates Hassan Campbell's take and what he's doing, or what his mission was, which was to raise awareness on child molestation. And then all of a sudden, he starts going off into some bullshit, right? And he pretty much said that, if you're going to use your platform to address child molestation, then that's the only thing that you should be talking about. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about celebrity gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally trying to dictate what a motherfucker can talk about on Facebook, on YouTube. Like, it's wild. Like, he's serious too. Like, he seriously saying as if he's some YouTube boss that can destroy you if you don't do what he says. Like, he literally thinks that he's controlling some shit. You know what I'm saying? And he that shit pisses me off. Like, Hassan Campbell's a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man. KTU101, you're a grown-ass man. No one can tell us what we can and cannot say on Facebook or YouTube. Now, you can, but I mean, it's retarded for you to even say some shit like that, because there's nothing that you can do about it. What are you going to do about him talking about other shit other than child molestation? What are you going to do about it? What can you do? What can you do about it? You can't. I'm getting tired of these people with that. Oh, you stick to this, stick to that. Nah, man. He can talk about whatever he wants to talk about. And guess what? If you don't like what he's saying, you don't have to listen to him. You don't have to watch him. What's up, Sabrina? And then you can tell he's like ill-informed, right? He's acting like he's acting like he's intelligent, but apparently he doesn't do his research or look into things deeply, right? Because he's talking about how Hassan Campbell talked about Kev Gill's kids, about the heavy D and all the other stuff. Now look, again, he's not talking about what led Hassan Campbell to say these things, right? He's not talking about how this is a reaction to him being attacked for being molested as a child. He's being made fun of. He's being mocked, okay? His situation, his trauma was being made a mockery of. So he wanted to flip it on him, right? He wanted to flip it on Kev Gills. Like, look, what if I did this? What if I did that? Hypothetically speaking. But KTU, you're saying that he said that's what he wants to do. He never said, I want to do this, I want to do that, or I'm going to. He said, what if I did that? What if I found them, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And did that, okay? Now look, do I agree with the manner in which he said those things? No. Someone like me, I probably would have said, well, what if that happened to your children? What if somebody picked your kids up off the street, a grown-ass man, and did the same thing that Bam did to me, to them? I would have said that simply. I would have simply said that, though I don't think it would have come across you know, effectively, right? They'll just be like, whatever, it's not gonna happen to my kids. So I feel like he wanted to give them the pain. He wanted to let them understand how serious this is. Okay, that there are people lurking around here like that. Okay, so KTU101, if you had actually done a little bit deeper digging, you I wouldn't have said it like that, but he said it like that. But we knew what he meant. The people that watch him, that watch his videos, that know him, you know, he wasn't saying that he would do that, right? He was saying, what if he did it? He had to make it personal. He had to really bring it to him to help him understand the damage and the repercussions behind making fun of that type of thing. But you're not talking about that. You're only talking about the reaction. You're not talking about the cause. Once again, these idiots are not doing the research. All right, Pogue? Listen. Listen, I ain't got nothing to get POGs, okay? You know, logistics, you help a lot. You know, you keep the supply lines open to us troops out in the field, bang banging. You know what I'm saying? But listen, what the deal is that, first of all, you cannot dictate what someone talks about, a grown-ass man talks about on YouTube. You cannot do that. You can, but you'll sound like an idiot because it's like, what? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? And then you say you want to come on his show and talk to him. Now, when you said that, I realized what the real agenda was. You want to gain notoriety off his coattails. Okay? You want to disrespect him enough for him to say, okay, come on my show. And we can talk about this. You want that attention. You want to gain some of that attention that he has. I see it. I can see that. You mentioned it several times. It's like, there's an agenda behind what you're doing. All right, and I see it clear as day. And then you start going off into you start being disrespectful, talking about his looks. What is with y'all and talking about what this nigga wears and all this other shit? What is with that? Why are y'all so concerned about his physical appearance? You know, I'm not looking at him for that. I'm not looking at him, and I'm not studying what he's wearing. I'm not looking at his arms. I'm not doing that. Okay? This is not happening. And I don't understand why y'all got to keep doing it. And this is what I'm talking about attacking the person and not the message, okay? You're not attacking his message. You want him to stick to his message, right? He can't talk about nothing else. He can't talk about celebrity gossip and related to real life. He can't talk about people being on food stamps, and he can't talk about none of that, all right? Now, one of the most valid things you guys mentioned, okay, I'll give it to you, is how he addresses black folks sometimes, okay? He can come off as disrespectful to black folks if you're not getting the full context, right? See, context is important, okay? I can understand how that you guys will confuse that, right? Or, it's valid. It's a valid concern to think that he might be. Now, what I'll say is this. When I first started watching, all right, you push it. That was quick. We went to the closer time. Why y'all so concerned about what he looked like, what he wore, whether it was 90s style and so what, nigga? Niggas dress better in the 90s to me. You know what I'm saying? When I was in school in the 90s, I was wearing polos. I was wearing Dockers, you know what I'm saying? That's how we got down in LA. It was sharp, you know what I'm saying? Our pants was all the way up. We got away from that sagging a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We wore polo shoes. We wore Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you want to wear what they're wearing now? These skinny jeans and sagging the skinny jeans and all that shit. Wearing nose rings that look like fucking rhinoceros fucking horns. What you want them to wear? Huh? What you want him to wear? What you want him to wear? All right. What you want him to wear? You want him to wear a clear plastic bag? What you want? What you want him to wear? You know what? Let's do a video on that. Y'all, I challenge y'all. Do a video. Y'all were. I want it, okay? And you can pick out the outfits. You can lay the outfits out on your bed, and then you can talk about what outfit Hassan Campbell should wear and how your clothes are better than his. And then you can talk about that, okay? You're so concerned about what he's wearing. You're so concerned about his eyes. You're so concerned. Why are you worried about if he's wearing? How do you know he's wearing Vaseline, or how do you know he's wearing chapstick or whatever on his lips? Are you looking at his lips? What are you looking at his lips for? You like the way they shine in the light? What? I don't get it. Y'all niggas is acting mad gay. Like, I've never been. Yo, this is crazy. I had to restart my phone and all that. Yes. Hassan haters. Why are you so worried about his lips? Why are you so worried about his clothes? Why are you worried about this and that? What's up, son? Say hi. You guys sound real dumb to anyone who knows how to think. Okay. Now, KTU101. Let me say something to you, man. Hassan Campbell's not gonna get you on the show. He probably won't even address you, but I'm gonna address you because I'm getting sick and tired of niggas running around on YouTube talking about what another man should do on YouTube. It's really ridiculous. Okay. Now, you have a problem with what he's saying? Don't watch him. You got a problem with what he said about Kev Gill's kids? And when you gonna talk about how Kev Gill disrespected him? How you gonna talk about when you gonna talk about how Brother Polite disrespected him and his kids, disrespected him, and Sinetta disrespecting him and disrespecting his family? Okay, listen, I will come hard too. You know what I'm saying? You say something about my kids, I'm gonna drag your kids through the mud. Point blank and period. Like, you don't give a shit about my kids, I don't give a shit about your kids. That's plain and simple. All right, that's just real talk. You talk about my kids, it's on. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how y'all built. I don't know how y'all niggas built. I never met y'all before, but the way that you guys come at people on YouTube, like the ex-moderator that Hassan had, you know, he made a video bitching, complaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about that too, but you know, I asked him a question because, you know, he was disrespecting Pineal Gland, calling her B words and calling her men and all this kind of shit. And I don't understand why that's necessary. Like, why are you disrespecting his wife? I said that. Why are you disrespecting Pineal Gland like that? And he said, I'm this and this and third and all this other shit. Tell you, what have you contributed to my life? What have you contributed to Hassan Campbell's life to where you can dictate what he can and can't do? You came out of nowhere, bro. Y'all niggas coming out of nowhere talking mad shit. But you never talked about, I look at your channels, I look at your videos. You talking about the same shit he talking about. You talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. You talking about the beef between Funk Flex and Flex Funk and all these other niggas. You talking about the same shit, nigga. What? Listen. And then you want to talk about, you said KTU101. You asked, where does he talk about child molestation? What does he talk? He talks about it all the time. Go back and look at his big channel. He has many videos where he's addressing child molestation. You talk about, or can you tell if somebody's a child molester? How come you ain't talking about how you can tell if someone's a child molester, how to get out of it? He has a video about child molesters grooming, okay? About groomers, people who groom, child molesters who groom kids and groom parents. He has videos talking about how most gay dudes have been molested, and that's what makes them gay, because they got molested by grown-ass men. He has shit like that out there. So you're full of shit, nigga. You don't look. And I have a problem with that. Nigga, I'm a soldier, nigga. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran too. What you gonna do, nigga? I'm a vet too. Oh, you a vet? You big shit now, right? You think because you're a vet, that you have some power over someone, you're out now. Okay, you're not in the army anymore, nigga. You don't run shit. I don't care if you were a command sergeant major in the army, nigga. You out of the army, nigga. You a civilian now, nigga. I'm a civilian. I don't run shit, but who I can run, especially if I'm just talking about it. And he's not afraid to talk to you, bro. He's not gonna be afraid to talk. What are you talking about? Y'all niggas are sick in the head. KTU101. This is not we're not in the army now. Okay, we're out. And you're not an army of one. You got an ex-mod saying I lied in him. He's delusional. You have another dude advocating running up in the house and oh my God, Pineal. Who said? See, this is what I'm talking about. See, where are they gonna talk about that? Let me tell you something, man. All right, Pineal, I'm gonna say this. They said the ex-moderator said that you people can tell when a moderator, if you're a moderator, you know which moderator blocked who. But this is my thing, okay? It's not my who blocked who. They get on everyone with bam. Yeah, exactly. But this is my thing. If you blocking people, Pineal, that's on you. That's all right. Like I was saying, it doesn't matter who blocks who. That's your business, okay? Now, but to use that as an excuse to shit on somebody, like, I don't know. I don't care who blocked who. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Like, you guys can have your reasons if you want. I'm not saying that he's right. What I'm saying is it's none of our business. Okay? It's none of our business. If you felt like you want to block somebody for whatever reason, what? It is hard to trust people. It is hard to trust people, and I understand that. How hard it is to build trust in someone, even if they're giving you donations. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see why. I just don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I said, where your proof at? I told him, I was like, where your proof at? You know what I'm saying? And they can't do it. If there goes to all life, you can still block someone from the chat. Yeah, I know. I don't know much about it, but I know that mods have that type of power. But it really doesn't take away from the overall message that Hassan is trying to bring. They will be blocked from future lives. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's irrelevant, is what I told him. I told somebody, that's irrelevant, okay? If he's blocking someone or not, or if he's lying about who blocked who, that's irrelevant. Maybe you should concern yourself with why you left in the first place. I don't really want to address him because I feel like he was full of shit to begin with. I feel like he was a mole to begin with. Because I was told Hassan to take his wrench because he was caught. Yeah. I mean, and that's your right. You don't, Pineal Glenn, you don't have to explain anything. You don't have to explain it. Okay? He's shitting on you, get rid of him. You understand what I'm saying? And then him telling me, I'm flip-flopping and all this other shit. I said, where they do that at? Where I flip-flop at? Give me an example. Okay? He couldn't give me one. I said, I'm flip-flopping, where I do that at? He'll have a standard start disrespecting. It's not mature. It's not mature, Pineal. It's if you're getting tired of Hassan, move on. Why everybody got to come out of the woodwork disrespecting him and talking shit on him? All right. Now, you're not addressing the important thing here. When you guys crap on Hassan, you're not addressing the fact that he was inappropriately attacked sexually as a child, and that's the bottom line to it. 12 years old is too young. 13 years old is too young. 14 years old is too young. 15 years old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, for a man in their 30s to be 20 years older than him. That's a problem, okay? I don't believe that he was in a relationship with Bam. I feel like you can't be in a relationship as a grown-ass man as old as Bam is. You can't be in a relationship with a child like that. That's not a relationship. That is abusership. That's abusership. You cannot be in a relationship with a child. I can't be in a relationship with a 12-year-old in a romantic relationship with a 12-year-old. You know why? Look at the root word of relationship. Relation. What do we have that relates? That I can't relate to you because you're too young. Your mind is too nubile. Your mind is too. I mean, I'm not saying you're stupid. What I'm saying, emotionally, you're not there. Psychologically, you're not there. Bam had hordes of, as a horde of boy at his home at the same time. Listen, exactly, okay? You cannot be in a relationship with a child, okay? Because you cannot relate on any level whatsoever. So even if you convince that person that that's your boyfriend or whatever, that's your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, he's still not your boyfriend. What he is a victim of your sick fucking mind. And, you know, everyone's talking about, oh, he took pictures with him in his 30s. Guess what, nigga? When you go to Thanksgiving, like Hassan be saying, that child molester sitting right across from you. And you know he's a child molester. And you're not saying jack motherfucking shit, nigga. Don't be a hypocrite. You take pictures with child molesters, nigga, and your own family. What about that? Most of you who see the people that say that he was in a relationship with Bam, okay? Those are the people that I feel like would be in that would try to get with a teenager as a grown ass person, okay? That's how I see it, because you feel like there's nothing wrong with it, and you probably participated in that type of sick stuff, okay? KTU101. Listen, man, you can't come out like that. He's not going to see you on the show. You're not going to interview him. He's not even, like I said, he's probably not going to even address you. Probably never even seen your video. Probably won't see your video. There's so many videos out there about him right now. On my timeline, I see dozens of videos from other niggas about Hassan Campbell shitting on him. You know, you can see in the title. Okay? And I don't understand it. Y'all niggas coming real strong for his head, nigga. Because he does have some shit attached to his name. He has that notoriety. He has those followers. You know, and half of y'all hating so much, you have to say, well, 50K of those are haters that don't really like you every day. But none on Bam. Yet they call him a clout chaser. Exactly. Y'all clout chasing. KTU101, Soldier Boy, you are a clout chaser. Because you want to be in his presence. You want to be on his show. If you have no respect for him and what he's doing, because that's what it is in your little meme you put in your video. Hassan Campbell, we don't have respect for you. You don't have respect for him. Why you want to go and why you want to go on the show? You have no respect for him. I'm not letting any disrespectful motherfucker come in my presence unless we gonna squabble it up, nigga. These hands is nice. You know what I'm saying? And for a big dude, I'm quick as fuck, nigga. I'll wear your ass out. You know, hypothetically speaking. I'm just, kidding, y'all. I'm just playing. You know, I'm really just a soft ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you disrespect me like that. This is the thing about the internet. No respect, yet they watch him more than me. They are there for all lives. Yeah, they love him. Campbell's high to fish grease. Salute to the man. Step aside. You don't even have, salute to him. I mean, it's not necessary to make these videos negatively about him. It's not necessary unless you have an agenda. Well, everyone has an agenda. Unless your agenda is nefarious and you want to cloud chase, or you don't give a fuck. You just doing it because everyone else is doing it. You're attacking them because everyone else is attacking them. Now, KTU101, like I said, I don't know if Hassan has that video up still where he talked about Kev Gill's kids, but go back and watch the whole video and get some context. Okay? Get some context behind that. All right? You know, like I always tell people, dude said I'm flip-flopping. The old moderator said I'm flip-flopper, or people in the camp sees me as a flip-flopper. Oh, well, I don't care. But Perhaps it's just because I don't kiss nobody's ass, okay? If I disagree with somebody, I'm going to address that with them directly. I don't have to go behind their back and do it. Right, he had to take it down for vulgar language. Right, exactly. But I mean, I saw the video. I saw the whole thing. But Tawana Allen has it, and yeah, watch Tawana Allen or whatever. I did class disclaimers. We're grown, but you have to do that for, yeah. I mean, but listen, I saw the video, and there was context behind it. He didn't just start going out for saying that. Okay, he wanted you to understand where he was coming from and why not okay victim. And KTU101, you say that he's not addressing anything with regarding sexual abuse or anything like that with kids or otherwise. He just put up a video about Vanessa, Charlemagne the bitch is dang, I should have said that. Should have said that. I don't know. I'm not monetized, so I don't care. Charlemagne's alleged victim, he put a video up about her. Didn't say jack shit. He didn't say nothing. He just put the video up for our viewing and so that we can understand how it is for a victim to talk about again and relive what they went through. He always addressing that. These people have selective hearing. Exactly. That's what I'll be like just saying. I'll be saying that. I'll be like, y'all have listened. Listen, when they say believe half of what you see and none of what you hear, that doesn't mean half listen. Okay? Discern. Okay? KTU101, you seem like an intelligent brother. You know what I'm saying? You seem like you know what you're doing. I don't think you're dumb. I think you came in half cocked. I think you could try again. I think you need to go back and look at shit. I think you need to go back and look at videos. If he wants to talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine, if he want to talk about this, that, and the third, he can talk about it. If he's getting paid on YouTube, he can get talk. So what? Donating to him, that's on their own. They're doing that on their own recognizance. Okay, they're doing that because they want to. They want to do it. I donate because I feel like, you know, he's fighting a fight that needs to be fought, and he needs a little support. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So this is my thing, man. If someone's getting paid on YouTube, it's because they have a draw. Okay, people like them. People like to watch them and listen to them. Like he says about charisma. Okay, he does. He has a lot of charisma. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He got a mouthpiece on and he uses it, and that's what helps bring him his draw. But at the same time, when he's talking about this celebrity gossip, he relates it to real life. But it's going over your head. It's going right over your head. And even if there is no real message behind it, if he just wants to talk about it and he wants to get views, oh, so what? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. If he wants to talk about, he always gets back to the real message. But you can't tell him that the only thing he can talk about is child molestation. Okay? And then another dumb thing you said, KTU101. You asked everyone if they would leave their kids with Hassan Campbell overnight. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? I am not leaving my kids with any strange man overnight. That's a given. I'm not leaving my kids with any grown person, stranger that they have never met. I've never met Hassan Campbell in real life. We never chopped it up in person. Of course, I'm not, and for that reason, and that reason alone, I wouldn't leave my kids with him overnight. And that goes with anybody. That goes with Derek Williams. That goes with Michael Jackson. That goes with anyone. The Pope. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't know you. I'll leave them with their cousins, you know, their uncles and their aunties and people like that. That's who I would leave them with. I don't even leave my kids with no daycare center. Okay, my wife is with my kids all day. I don't trust daycare centers. I don't trust nobody like that with my kids. I don't trust a school with my kids. That's why my kids are homeschooled. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I get it. You're saying that you shouldn't leave your kids around them because he said he was gonna put Heavy D in KT's kid. Listen, he didn't say he was gonna do that. He said, what if? Okay? But aside from that, I'm not leaving my kids with nobody. That's retarded. That doesn't even have to be said. That's common sense. Common sense. And most of you do not possess that, okay? And it's ad hominem at work, once again. Ad hominem, okay? Because you're not attacking his message. You're saying stick to the message, and that's it. But you don't want him to step into your lane. You don't want him to step into what shit that you already doing. KTU101. I saw your video. I didn't watch it. I saw the titles. I saw what you got up there, man. I mean, celebrity gossip. You're a hypocrite. Most of y'all are hypocrites. But he's got this boom going. He's got this shit going on and going on. He has over 100,000 subscribers, and that's where he at with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the squirrel cheek motherfucker. Keeps making videos about him. Like, you guys are obsessed. You understand what I'm saying? And then one of you, you know, you put the dude from Philly. I'm not gonna mention his name, but you know, the one that said he wants to put his D in Hassan's mouth. How you feel about that, Pineal? Old boy from Philly that be trying to impersonate him said that he wants to put his D in his mouth. Yeah, Hassan Campbell has celebrity gossip from the door. That's what kills me. He's always made vids on multiple. Yes, he has that right. He can do that if he wants to. You're right to do that. If he wants to talk about that's it. You know, but that's my take. I take it as KTU101. You're over your head. I said I think some of these men are homosexual and actual lust over him. I believe it. I agree. I believe it, man. I believe it. Listen, that video y'all put up there with M.E. I'm not gonna say his name. M.E. Showing him zooming in on his lips eating the shish kebab. That was wild, strange. No grown man in their right mind would obsessively watch a man they don't like. Exactly. They like him. They do like him. They want his attention. You know, like in high school, when the girl used to slap you on the shoulder and nudge you and all that stuff, you knew that's how you knew she liked you, and that, you know, you can at least make it to first base, because back in those days it took a lot of work to get to first base. Now they just dropping. I don't know what they doing nowadays. They doing BJ contests and all that stuff, but it's crazy. It's wild. No, what's the big deal, man? He wants to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. KTU101. Listen, man. If you find this video, I want to let you know I meant no disrespect, even though I disrespected you a little bit. That's how y'all. This is how dumb y'all sound. With all due respect, you this and you that, and you start disrespecting. You can't say with all due respect. It's retarded. You're being sarcastic. You know, it's not that clever, man. You know, don't tell someone that you don't mean no disrespect and then disrespect them for half an hour. Disrespect them for half an hour and then say you don't mean no disrespect after that. That's so dumb. Be real about yours. Be real. Y'all niggas is fake. You say he fake, y'all fake. You know what I'm saying? He speaks his mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. He speaks his mind. You know, what y'all you sound so scary. And then listen, the ex-moderator with the black screen. You cannot talk shit behind a black screen and be taken seriously. You have no credibility. I'm right here in the face, in the flesh. And my son's right here in the face, in the flesh. And, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I know what I can do. I know how to handle myself. I know how to protect my children. Okay? I'll leave it at that. You know, but I'm out in the open and I'm letting everybody see me. But you're talking from behind a black screen. You got like 8 videos. This nigga put like 4 or 5 videos up in a matter of 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. And then he's shitting on one of my peoples, like shitting on Stacy. Like, you sound real bitter right now, bro. You know, why you got to shit on Stacy like that? You know, talking about how they emailed each other. Listen, y'all emailed each other. She thought y'all was cool. You know what I'm saying? And then you shitting on her, and it's like, she's never seen you before. No one has ever seen you because you hide behind a picture of a cassette tape and a black screen. don't nobody want you, nigga. These women don't want you. He trying to plant seeds, exactly. He sound real bitter. Like he sound like from the way he talks, it sounds like from day one, from the beginning of him being a moderator, he was hating on Hassan. That's what I feel like. I feel like he's been doing this since day one. Just from the way he was talking, the shit he was saying about Hassan, old shit that he brought up, that all of a sudden he has a problem with now. But did he ever address that with Hassan? The shit that he's talking about, did he ever address it back then when he was a moderator? No. You wait until you jump ship, and then you want to say you had a problem with this, you had a problem with that. Well, you sound like you have had this bitterness built up inside you, just waiting to explode. So what you had to gather enough information, you had to get enough trust going, and then you had to start clipping his donators. Why would Hassan and Pineal block the people that are giving donations? Why would they do that? So they can blame you? So they set you up, old moderator? Exactly. He been a snake, exactly. So they set you up, you jump ship, and then they set you up and say that you cut off their donators. Why would they do that? Why would they go out the way to stop people from donating just to blame you for cutting off the people that's donating? Why would they go through that trouble? Look how easy it was for him to start dragging Haas into other chats and disrespect you. Man, listen, Pineal, I hate, you know what? The one thing I hate more than anything is when a man disrespects a woman, put their hands on a woman and all that. I wish in the physical flesh when he said that, I wish I could have, I wish I could have done something about that, But again, these keyboard warriors are sitting behind black screens, they're sitting behind keyboards and computers, and they really have no balls about them. You know what I'm saying? Laying the grass. Now, as far as how Hassan be talking shit about other people, I mean, you have to understand, like, that's the world we come from. Niggas my age and a little older, we used to talk about each other too. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't know you like that, and you're not my people like that, you start talking about my kids and my wife, I'm gonna drag you through the mud. I'm gonna drag you through the river, clean you off, drag you back through the mud so you can get dirty again. And then I'm gonna throw you through the mountain, and then I'm gonna pull you out the other side of the mountain, and I'm gonna dig an 80,000 foot hole in the ground, and I'm gonna throw you down there, put you in the magma motherfucking pit, and then pull you out, and then spray you with some ice cold water so that you can turn into a hard fucking rock. And then I'm gonna smash you with a fucking hammer, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do if you talk about my fucking kids and my wife. Imagine if you guys were standing in front of him. Imagine if you were standing in front of him talking that shit. Imagine. Now y'all know he about it. Y'all know he with the business. You know he with the business. That's nothing that you can debate. Even Polite said that. Polite said, yeah, he might be a gangster, you know what I'm saying? When he was putting that video up that everybody saw about him addressing Kev Gill's kids. He might be a gangster. He might be, nigga. What? I'm not saying he's turned his life around, right? But just because he turned his life around and he's speaking on YouTube does not mean that all of a sudden he turned into some weak little meek mouse looking motherfucker. That just means that he's on YouTube and he turned his life around. That doesn't mean that he still can't handle his business. So if you're not willing to say and talk shit to somebody in their face, if you're not willing to talk shit about some shit in somebody's face, if you're not willing to stand in front of a man and talk shit about him and his family and his kids, why are you doing it on YouTube? Mad when he does it back to you. Where that makes sense at? It don't make sense. I don't know, man. This is getting out of hand, and I know it's probably going to continue. So that means that I'm going to have to continue addressing it to some degree, because he is an advocate for children who have been through that. Okay, just because you don't know what he's doing, and that's another thing KTU101 said. He said What are you actually doing for? Where's your program at? Where's this, that, and the third? You don't know what he's doing when he's not on his YouTube screen, because social media provides a space for punks to become gangster. Exactly. It's like what Drake said in reverse. Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers, right? So listen, you say that he has no program for children. You say he doesn't do this. He does. How do you know? How do y'all know what he's doing outside of this YouTube shit? He's not on YouTube every day. He's not doing lives every day. Let me tell y'all something. I do lives every almost every day now. You know what I'm saying? And I have a full-time job and kids. He doesn't do it every day. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know what he's doing. And really, it's not for me to tell him to get a program or to do this or do that. Just because he came out on somebody who molested him, just because he came out as a victim, doesn't mean that he has to do shit the way you want him to do it. Do you understand this? Do you understand that everyone is different and they work at their own pace and they handle things their own way, and they're not going to do it the way you would do it all the time? People will have their own mind and their own way of thinking. They have their own process. All right. Just like people keep talking about, oh, if it was me that got molested, I would have did that in the third. I'd have came to. You don't know what the fuck you would have did. It didn't happen to you. That's how I know. It didn't happen to you. Didn't happen to me either at the same ages. I got, when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, what I'm saying, by a 16-year-old, doing inappropriate shit. But he was 15, 16 years old. My question is, what happened to him to make him want to do that? You understand what I'm saying? And, I handled it differently. Because I was only 4 or 5 years old, and he was out of my life by the time I was 6. It's all good. I just learned from it. I learned that when I realized what he did, when I realized what he did was wrong, what I'm saying, he had been out of my life already. Like, I don't even know where I don't know anything about him. But the point is, everybody has their own process. Everyone handles shit differently. It never happened to me after that. And when I was 4 or 5 years old, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I did start, messing with girls and humping girls and my age, and dude, if you, what I'm saying, if you let them around other, that's what happens. They get curious and they start touching and be like, oh, what's this? What are we doing here now? Like I said, I lost my virginity when I was 10 years old to a 12-year-old girl who then got pregnant by a grown-ass man. Somebody damaged her and she started touching me. It started off, we were playing house, outside and under blankets and all this other shit, and she's grabbing on my junk. I'm like, it happens. Yeah. Yep. I was 10, she was 12. She disappeared all of a sudden on me, a few weeks later, and I didn't think nothing of it, But when she took my virginity, I was like, only thing I knew about it was that it was warm, it was wet, and it felt good. That's all I knew. I didn't complain, but she was 12 years old, 2 years older than me. But what happened to her was a tragedy. She had a kid at 13 years old by a grown-ass man. So she had to move out. She moved out of the house, and it was a hot mess. I was like, because I asked her sister, I was like, where your sister at? Where she been? Oh, she got pregnant, and she's having a baby. I was like, oh, shit, no shit. Now, me being a 10-year-old dude, 10-year-old boy, I wasn't thinking, it could possibly be mine. And I still don't think it's mine, but she did tell me that she had it with a grown dude, a grown man. I was 6, but involved. Involved in. See, it's everyone is not going to respond to it. They're not going to react to it in the same way. How many times does this have to be said? Okay. And yes, you can fall in love with your victimizer. You can look up to your victimizer as a father figure. Okay. It's possible, or a mother figure if it's a girl. It's very possible. Okay. But again, when it comes to the grown-ass man or the grown-ass woman messing with a kid, You are not in. You can't be in a relationship even if they consent at some point. Yes, if they consent, the kid consents. Is not a relationship. There's no relation. You cannot relate. That's the point about you idiots saying it's a relationship. And about him taking pictures, he was grown, yeah, but they were at events. It is what it is. Like, what you want the man to do, man? It happened. What happened in the past happened, and it came up when it happened to my wife with her potential stepdad that she had. You know what I'm saying? It happened when she was younger. For a few years, he did little things here and there. Okay, and then here's a true kicker, and I don't think she'll mind me talking about it, but because it's very important for people to understand who has the gall and the balls to do this. Because this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but this stepdad of my wife's was real nice. When I met him, he was real nice, very generous. Okay, real nice dude, very generous. He let me use his car for work, you know what I'm saying? And he was about to sell it to me for $600. He was very nice. He always paid for dinners. He had dough, you know what I'm saying? He owned his own company. He had bread. He always broke off people bread. He got my wife a Lexus, okay? Got my wife a Lexus. Leased it for her so she can get it to and from work. And she worked for him. She worked for him at his business, okay? And this is what happened. When she got pregnant with our first daughter, shit started flooding back into her mind. Wow, there it started. When she got pregnant with our first daughter, shit came back to her in a rush. Because guess what? This guy is in my life, and I'm about to have a daughter. Now my daughter is going to be vulnerable to this man. Those repressed memories came back to the forefront. Okay? They were always there, but they were repressed. Because that's how clever child molesters are. They will groom you. He groomed my wife. Okay? Did what he did. And then she got pregnant. She told me about it. Okay? She told me the things that he did. Okay? I was ready to haul off. But she didn't want me to do that. She didn't want to bring it up. She didn't want to address it. You know what I'm saying? She continued to not want to deal with it. Even though now it was at the forefront. But yeah, he came around and I had to watch him, and I would not let him around my kids like that and out of my sight. None of that around my daughter. Okay. And one thing that I saw, he came to Tahoe with us, Lake Tahoe. All right. We went as a family. There was several of us. And, my wife was still pregnant with our first child. And I was real torn up. I was like, man, I want to do something to this man. Harsh, but he had this karma, and because he went skiing one time and broke his neck. Now he's all effed up, like he'll never be the same. You know what I'm saying? His neck is always in pain and all that stuff. So I look at that as karma, a little bit of karma that happened to him. But when we moved, my wife had a little, she went through something, okay? She went through something, and then that's when she went ahead and told her mom about it, okay? She told her mom, and her mom basically said the same thing that everybody else would be saying. Why are you waiting until now? What took you so long? Keep your daughter away from her. Shoot. So when she told her mom about what happened, and then she broke up with him, okay? She left him. Now, that's a process that she went through. That's what she went through, okay? She didn't come out and say nothing right away because she repressed those memories. And I'm going to tell you another, okay? He has daughters, okay? This dude has daughters of his own. He had daughters of his own, and back when she was, my wife was like 5, 6, or 7, and she was younger, a couple years younger. She used to say that her mom, that my wife was touching her inappropriately and doing all, and you know, her mom, like, something was wrong with her, but she's only 5, 6, 7 years old. And now, you know, the thinking is that he was touching his own daughter inappropriately, and was trying to get her to blame it on my wife. Okay, because the thing that she said was being done to her, no way a 4 or 5-year-old girl was doing that to her. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very disgusting. These people are disgusting. Okay, and his daughters have never said anything about if anything happened to them. So not everyone reacts to this type of shit in the same way. You cannot say that you would do it differently if you don't know. You've never been in that position. It's very close to me, and that's how I know, and that's how I can relate. His gruff and aggressive style should not confuse you into thinking that he wasn't really a victim. You can tell, you can see it, okay? He was a victim, period. He wasn't in a relationship with Bam. There's no relating. My daughter is now in Orlando with her mama. I sent her the Jessica Reed story shown by Hassan Campbell. I know I said Vanessa, her name is Jessica. So listen, if any of y'all idiots see this video, okay, understand that. Not every victim has to do what you want them to do, okay? You Remy Ma of the worlds, okay? Remy Ma feels like victims should come straight forward right away. It don't work like that. Pull your head out of your ass, okay? And read and research and actually talk to victims. Where are you getting your information from? Are you talking to victims to see how they handle shit? No, you're not. You're just making assumptions based on how you feel like you would handle shit. Life don't work like that. Life don't work like that. You understand? The way he responded, he got real, you know, angry and violent. That was his process. Yes, your daughter is very intelligent. You cannot tell a victim how to be a victim, especially if you weren't a victim of the same demise. Exactly. And that's the awareness that we have to spread, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. And like I said, it's bigger than Hassan Campbell. It's about all of the victims of this gross and disgusting behavior. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna tell you something, KTU101. You know how I know? You say don't leave your kids around Hassan Campbell, but I've seen Hassan Campbell around his own kids. I see the love. I see how happy they are. I see how they are and interact with him. He's not doing anything inappropriate with his own children. I can see that. You can tell. You can see the kids. You know, you can tell when the kids are around their parents and their parents scare them and they're afraid of their parents and they're real apprehensive and they're real quiet and pent up and they're looking down all the time. You can tell. Listen. You can tell. His kids are very happy. I've seen it. No one should leave their children with the person they don't know. Exactly. These dudes talk for no reason. Exactly. You can tell Poppy's kids see him as Superman from the man. You can see it. That's how we are in the household. Nothing but love. Exactly. The kid, yeah, they talk crap about him. Oh man, Aaliyah, that's funny. Her mom and I are good parents. Damaris over everything. Exactly. Your kids over everything. Yes. You can tell his kids are his autistic kids are happy around him. They love him. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? He uplifts his children. You know? What you doing back there? You bored? He's bored. But he's all right. He'll be okay. So yeah, man, like don't let these listen. If you new to Hassan Campbell or you new to me and you keep seeing this crap, I urge you to go check out Hassan Campbell's videos, check out all of them, Go to his big page. Okay. Now this is the funny thing. Another person said, "Ooh, I'm getting this." They said that Hassan Campbell got to 100K subscribers with all the drama on his big page, right? But where does he handle his drama at? On his smaller pages, right? Really, he just does videos on certain topics on his big page. So there's barely any lives that he's done addressing haters and addressing drama on his big page. That's all on his smaller pages. So where's the logic in that? There is no logic in it because you don't know what you're talking about. He did not get 100K subscribers based on drama alone on his big page. He never had drama on his big. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. He don't want that page corrupted. Exactly. Of course I peeped it. I have discernment, pineal gland. When you have discernment, you can see shit like that. You analyze. You really are objective. Yeah, celebrity gossip, exactly, and other things addressing addressing child molestation. He has those the documentaries that he puts up. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But they're not going to say how he's addressing Agenda 21. You know what I'm saying? They, like, why ain't they talking crap about that? Because they're not addressing that stuff. They're not talking about that. They're talking about celebrity gossip too. And they're talking about going back to Africa and all this bullshit. These so-called woke conscious niggas, man. I'm tired of it. I fell into that conscious nigga trap. And listen, if he talks about black folks, if it seems like he's shitting on them to you, get the context. He's talking about, it's like Chris Rock said, no one shits on him for this. Chris Rock, what'd he say? I love black people, but I hate niggas. That's what he said. I love black people, but I hate niggas. That's what he said. I feel like Hassan Campbell has that same mentality. But he had those nigga mentalities when he was younger. And sometimes he get those I get those nigga mentalities too. I can get real nigga like too. So we all can reach that nigga level when you bring us to it. Okay? And they keep saying he's glorifying being a murderer and all this other stuff. I don't see it as glorifying. I see it as him trying to tell people that he was once this way, he turned his life around, and now he's this way. Like, he's talking about the change that he made, okay? Everyone is not going to agree with everything. Exactly. I don't agree with many things he say. If you don't agree, speak your piece, but no, they go in on his molestation and say, yeah, it makes no sense to me. If I disagree with him on something, I'll say it in the chat. Just when he was talking about Suge Knight, when he was talking about Suge Knight and how he felt bad for Suge Knight and all this other stuff, I told him, I said, I don't give, Suge Knight is a piece of shit, okay? And he's done a lot of people wrong, continue to do people wrong until the day he ran that dude over. He's just, I'm from LA. I grew up in Compton. I know about Suge Knight. I know people who know him and all these other things. I know people who met him years ago. It is what it is. So, but I can agree with him. I can disagree with him on his take on Suge Knight and not have to go make a video dissing him about his child molestation. It don't make no sense. I mean, this shit is crazy. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. It's just they love him. They're in love with him, and they're going about it the wrong way. Listen. He don't, and that's the point. When you attack him about him being molested, you call him poopy pants and all this other stuff. Like, you sick. I want y'all to know that y'all are disgusting. You're gross. I wouldn't leave my kids around you. All right, I wouldn't leave my kids around y'all niggas because I feel like y'all really are the child molesters. Y'all the ones were the ones who were like 25, 30 years old, hanging around middle schools and high schools, waiting for the little girls to get out, trying to put your grown man on them because they probably like that. Ooh, a grown man is into me. Y'all that type of nigga. So that's why y'all hate it so much when he talks about his age. Y'all try to raise his age up to the level that y'all feel comfortable with messing with people. That's how I see it. So that's gross. And if I see, if I saw a grown man trying to holler at a little girl in my presence, it's on the cracking. What's real get bashed, what's fake get admired. Real backward world, exactly. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to speak on that real quick,
That wasn't quick, it was long.
It was long. You right. I mean, listen. KTU101. If you're real serious about, speaking with Hassan Campbell to some degree, the best way to go about it is not by disrespecting him and trying to dictate what he can say and cannot say on Facebook or YouTube. You're no one to do that. You're not at that level. You're not someone who can dictate what someone can and cannot do. I'm not at that level. I'm not one to do that. Hassan's not one to do that. No one is. No other YouTuber can tell me or anybody else what they can and cannot say. And get some context. Go check shit out. Marriott Knight is where he should be. Exactly. Another one with Mississippi roots, making my state look bad. You know what? My family from Mississippi. My dad's from there. My uncle's from there. All that. So I get my pops has roots in Mississippi. I got a lot of Mississippi family. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all stay up, man. I'm gonna get in this Costco.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button on your way out. You know what I'm saying? Share this video. KTU101. Listen, man. That's not the way to go about it, bro. That's not the way. One vet to another, and this is why I put your name in the title, and this is why I'm addressing you directly. KTU101. All right. Now, get your shit together. You know better than what you're doing, man. You said you served for 20 years. You got to have some decorum about yours. Okay? If you know what I'm saying? You started with decorum, finish with decorum. Okay? Finish with a little bit of respect and a little bit of tact. Okay? You had the tact in the beginning, you lost the tact in the middle, and then in the end you tried to bring the tact back. Come on, man. Come on. Be real about yours. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing on your channel with the celebrity gossip. So don't be a hypocrite. Okay? He didn't come out and say, Hassan did not come out and say, all right, y'all, the only thing I'm gonna talk about is child molestation. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on that, and that's how we roll. No, that's not how he never said that. He never promised what his channel was gonna be about. Why would he do that when he's grown and he can do what he want to do? All right, son. Say bye to the people. Say bye to the folkers. All right, y'all folkers, stay up. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of trouble. Enjoy your Christmas Eve and Christmas and all that if you roll like that. Enjoy your Kwanzaa if you roll like that. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your day. Tomorrow's the first day of Kwanzaa. It is what it is. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa because Ashra Kwesi is a snitch, and he helped get the Black Panthers disbanded, and he's a punk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't roll with Kwanzaa. I try to live the principles of Kwanzaa every day of the year. I don't need to do it 7 days out the year. All right? I don't roll with Kwanzaa. Yeah, not Ashra Kwesi. My bad. Not Ashra Kwesi. Damn, what's his name? The guy who founded Kwanzaa, not Ashra Kwesi. My bad. Ashra Kwesi is not a snitch for the FBI. That other dude is. Karanga, Maoli Karanga. That dude. He's the snitch that he was with the US organization, and he helped get the Black Panthers He was instrumental in Bungie Carter's death and others. You know what I'm saying? It was raw. And what stemmed from Moali Karenga being a snitch and disbanding the Black Panthers. What happened? What came out of that are the Cribs, okay, in L.A., who eventually became the Crips. My mom's came in on the tail end of that. You know what I'm saying? When she was, out there, she was like a little gang, Crips slanging heroin for her. So she was out there doing that until she got pregnant with my oldest sister. Then she turned her life around. You see what I'm saying? So I do no holidays because it's all mind control and consumer based. Exactly. And I don't do that. Yeah. A child is born innocent always and is corrupted as a child makes Moali Karenga. I don't do Kwanzaa. He was a snitch. Y'all should look into that. Okay. And it's public record. He was definitely an FBI informant. So that's how they did. COINTELPRO was real. COINTELPRO is happening right now. As a matter of fact, we in the new age of COINTELPRO, and Hassan Campbell is a subject of COINTELPRO, I believe, because guess what? They don't want child molesters to have to go to jail for the rest of their life. They don't want child molesters to be punished. They want child molesters to be able to do what they want to do, because a lot of them are child molesters. Okay, they want our children to do with what they want. Okay, that's what they want. They want our children. Okay, and this is why the attacks against Hassan Campbell is happening, I believe. All right, not everyone who's attacking him are in on the agenda, probably, but they get fed false information. They see half-assed information everywhere, and they don't vet anything. So then they come out with these assumptions based on wild conjecture, like KTU101 did. So it's very important that we look into what we're talking about, that we know what we're talking about, that we dig deeper in research, okay? If we want to talk about that person. See, the people I don't like these other cats that I don't want to know their life. So videos, I'm just to see what even, and they're receiving bad information, I believe, to break a man down, to destroy his reputation, to dilute his message. Okay, so we have to be careful with that. We cannot allow that to happen. We have to get the real information out there, and we have to live with it. All right. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Say peace, son.
Peace.
For real this time, I'm out. All right. Much love, y'all. Hit that like, hit that share if you want to. And much love and happy holidays to y'all. Peace.